Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Tonight, we give you a piece of breaking news. Daily Star Sunday columnist Nick Ferrari slams Prince Harry. So ironic when Harry losing grip on reality and attacked what Queen treasured. He needs to brush up on his history before dishing out lectures. Prince Harry said he was taking a leap of faith when he left the UK and needed to find space for the next chapter of his family life. And having also exited Canada with a sort of speed that wouldn't disgrace Usain Bolt, he is now to be found in a £14 million Beverly Hills mansion, now sitting in self-imposed exile just 5 miles from the Hollywood sign. Harry chooses to give us all a lecture about what he sees as the problem of racism at the core of the Commonwealth. They are making the royal family, the monarchy, and the UK look weak, ridiculous, and for sale to the rest of the world as Meghan Markle continues her march toward Hollywood fame. The Queen and Prince Philip don't need, deserve, or have earned all the crap these two are dishing out. Meghan Markle is a talentless salad, tossing yachter who lies and manipulates, while Prince Harry is just totally gormless and witless, trailing in her wake, and is showing himself to be a heartless traitor to his family. Meghan was very clearly independent, ambitious, and had personal plans, so she was never going to accept the protocol, duties, drudgery, and pecking order of royal life. I think she got stars in her eyes when Harry proposed, and for a moment, her personal plans were blurred. Now she is back in control, and Harry has become her assistant. I saw the contemptuous sideways glances she gave to the Queen sometimes. She had no respect for Her Majesty or the country. Good riddance. See the way she whisked Archie away and wouldn't bring him back to visit? That's because, like all royal babies, he belongs to the Queen, and she could have stopped him leaving the country if she'd wanted. She'll keep a tight hold on Archie. He's her money bags, even if Harry leaves. In an online discussion with young leaders from the organization, he said, "There is no way that we can move forward unless we acknowledge the past. If you'd care to brush up on your history, Harry, you would learn the Commonwealth was only founded in 1949 and is an entirely voluntary organization." The vast majority of leaders who attend the conferences are black or Asian, and the growing membership is currently at the highest ever level of 54. That's hardly the oppressive days of the Empire or the Raj, is it, Harry? And if he finds the whole idea so repugnant, how come just 2 years ago he was happy to take on the role of the Queen's Commonwealth ambassador? A month after that, his bride-to-be veil was embroidered with flowers from every single nation in the grouping, and he and Meghan also chose an event commemorating the Commonwealth for their final official engagement in Britain in March, just days before the lockdown. The pair seemed happy enough to be at Westminster Abbey for the Commonwealth service attended by the Queen, but last week, Harry talked of there being much more still to do about admitting the errors of the past. This juvenile idea the Empire was all bad has never worked for me. Admittedly, there are egregious aspects to it, but anything that spans the entire globe is going to have problems. Just look at YouTube. The kinship and unity were a plus, and one of the founding mission statements was the need to bring a touch of healing. After history comes to the family aspect, the Queen has taken on and vanquished at least 2 prime ministers who sought to denigrate the Commonwealth. During the 60s, Harold Wilson's attempt to relegate the post of Secretary General was instantly slapped down. In 1973, she defied Edward Heath and attended a summit in Ottawa after he tried to block the trip. It's ironic, isn't it, that given 2/3 of the Commonwealth population is under the age of 30, it's the 94-year-old Queen who gets its importance and reality rather than her 35-year-old grandson. It is now obvious, isn't it, that there was never any question of them taking on more work for the benefit of the monarchy or the people of this country. What they were about from the outset was an exercise in self-aggrandizement for entirely their own personal and financial benefit. Such people have no place in the royal family or in public life. It is not a salary job, but oh, imagine the look on a certain person's face when told there was no monthly salary. I bet the air was blue. Meanwhile, according to Daily Mail, a royal expert has claimed Prince Charles had plans to expand Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's role in the monarchy before they moved to Los Angeles. But he was extremely upset and desperate when the expectations were too great for the Sussex couple. Royal author Nigel Cawthorne has told the Charles was delighted when Harry and Meghan tied the knot in May 2018 and was undoubtedly planning on increasing their role in the royal family. However, those hopes were dashed when the royal pair decided to step down as senior royals in March and move with their son Archie to Los Angeles, as there's no such thing as an absent HRH. Meghan whinges and complains that she was never given a chance and the royal family is a bunch of evil racists, when in fact Charles, in particular, was obviously quite taken with her. He walked her down the aisle, for God's sake, pretty much unheard of. He didn't walk Kate. Meghan was given everything and threw it back in their faces. The trouble was Meghan wanted to be the center of attention and had no idea of the way the royal family worked. As soon as she realized he wasn't the most important person in the family, she was off. The way she was treated, the royal family is disgraceful. He told Express.co.uk he was delighted with Meghan and, undoubtedly, would have continued to draw the Sussexes in more and would have tried to expand their role within the firm as much as he could be expected. While Charles has always been an advocate of a leaner monarchy, Cawthorne claimed the royal couple were never part of his plans to slim down the firm. He believes their decision to emigrate from the UK meant their position in the royal family had come to an end. However, Mr. Phil Dampier does not agree. He said, "I knew Meghan wasn't genuine from her and Harry's engagement interview when she claimed she had no idea how famous Prince Harry and the British royal family were around the globe. By that point, she has been living in Canada for 5+ years. Canada's head of state is the Queen. Never believe anything that came out of her mouth. Master manipulator." He continues, "I felt happy for them, both, when they announced their engagement. Their wedding was a little kooky, and then when they just went on was just ridiculous. What twit marries into the royal family and then expects to have a completely private life? No one forced her to marry him, and she's no spring chicken. I have no doubt she was fully aware of what was involved in being part of the royal family. The last straw was their behavior over Archie, being born and then refusing to name the godparents at the christening. It all sounded so petty and quite ridiculous." But Nigel Cawthorne said that, of course, when they decided to emigrate, all that had to come to an end, as there is no such thing as an absentee HRH. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex decided to step back as senior royals in January, originally planning to split their time between the US and UK. However, the royal pair headed to Los Angeles at the start of the coronavirus pandemic and have since been staying with son Archie at Tyler Perry's $18 million Beverly Hills mansion. The royal author went on to allegedly say that, while Meghan and Harry are well loved by the British public, the firm must not rely on the popularity of its members alone. The Prince of Wales has long preferred the idea of a smaller monarchy, looking to European royals as an example of a royal structure which will dampen a sense of entitlement among younger members. Furthermore, Charles believes HRH status comes with a responsibility not suited to every member of the royal family. But anyone who has an idiot son knows the relief when he finally brings home a woman who can keep him on the straight and narrow. Charles is a kind-hearted man. Personally, if this bombastic narcissist had barged through my china shop with her bad acting and over-exaggerated fawning over the ginger fool, I'd have shown her the door. Plus, one of the problems with the royal family is they are far too removed from public opinion and they cannot see the things we can see. I wonder if, after all that has happened, whether P. Charles and the Queen now realize that Meghan Markle had a plan right from the start and she was in fact playing a part in her own production. Earlier this week, it was reported that the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge will benefit from a cut-down monarchy as it means they'll be able to focus on their important work. Royal commentator Duncan Lacombe suggested Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's decision to step back as senior royals may give Prince William and Kate Middleton space to focus on the job they've got to do. Despite all the noise around Harry and Meghan, the reality is William and Kate have got a pretty important job to do, he said. Speaking to True Royalty TV, this is giving them space and to some extent the Prince Andrew ongoing Epstein saga. It is giving William and Kate the space to focus on the job they've got to do, and I think at the moment they are doing very well. Prince William and Kate have since been at the forefront of the royal family's response to the global crisis, continuing to operate behind closed doors. They have conducted virtual engagements via video call while homeschooling their 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, at their Norfolk home, Anmer Hall. My news today has ended. Do you like this news? Please tell me in the comment section below and we'll discuss them. And share my video if you feel you prefer with it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get more news from the royal family. Now, thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you in the next video. Bye.